Hi, I'm Bud.
I'm Tony.
Here at the Dodge Division Viper Automotive Operations, research has been proceeding to develop a line of heavy-duty transmissions and differentials that establishes new standards for reliability, durability, and quality. Talented engineers like Tony have been striving to make automotive history. He's part of the same dedicated team that brought us the revolutionary automatic head scratcher, the gnarly wank shaft spudulator, and of course, the fruited Pop-Tart. Now they deliver to us what will be the next milestone in Chrysler's engineering history. With customer needs as our primary focus, work is proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an instrument that would not only supply inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal gram meters, formerly referred to as gear rattle or clunk. Such an instrument is the Tubo Encabulator. Now, basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of the power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it's produced by the modial interaction of magnetoreluctance and capacitive diractance. The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with the panametric fam. Now, the latter simply consisted of 6 hydrocoptic impeller vanes so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. The main winding was of the Lotus O Delta type placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots of the stator, every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible tremie pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the gram meters. The Tubo Encabulator has now reached a high level of development and is being successfully used in the operation of no trunnions. Moreover, whenever a fluorescent score motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with a drawn reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal depleneration. In other words, all gear rattle and driveline clunk through the use of the Tubo Encabulator has been fixed. Thank you.
Thanks, Bud. Now that we know how the Tubo Encabulator works for the Viper GTS and RT10, let's take a closer look at its diagnosis and service. For the purposes of obscurity, we have removed the casing to expose the heart of the Tubo Encabulator, the magnetoreluctance modial interactor. Since little or nothing is known about the principles involved in magnetoreluctance, diagnosing faults can be a problem. Connect the DRB3 to the aft end of the Moxie interrupter using special adapter WUPB2, also known as the WUPB2, making sure the osmolality of the phase detractors is not extrapolated. Begin the test by selecting model year, VIN number, paint color, location of battery, vehicle mileage, and model type, and the Tubo Encabulator run test. If there are any system faults, they will be displayed in secret code on the DRB3 display. It's a simple head code, anyone can catch it. The most common fault is sigmoid rumbling below the belt line, which the customer will refer to as a burping or even a hiccuping noise. To service this fault, refer to the Tubo Encabulator Diagnostic Procedures Manual and Songbook. And perform test TE10. Using the Geiger scale on the DRB3, measure the Roentgen output of the capacitance reactance flux muster. If it's above 10 RGs, replace the unit. If it's below 10 RGs, you'll be directed to do a series of tests that will effectively raise the billable hours for the service department, but will perform no other useful function. All other faults should be treated as if they do not exist, and the customer should be told that the burping or hiccuping, or what has been referred to by some customers as gear rattle and driveline clunk, are normal and is caused by too much gas in the fuel system or improper driving habits. This, of course, can be remedied simply by turning up the volume on the radio or by inserting the optional earplugs.
Finish the script. Finish the script.
No, the grip isn't Finnish. He's Scottish. Oh, thanks. Back to you, Bud.
Well, that's about it for this month's installment of the Dodge Division's Viper Automotive Master Tech Tips. Be sure to watch next month when Tony and I cover headlight adjustment, diagnosis, and repair. From all of us at Dodge, see you then. Some fire, huh? I'll never forget, it was in the mid-'70s when a scenario much like this one took place at Ford Studios. You remember the Pinto, Tony? It's quite funny, actually. The technician had backed into a kitchen set, and of course the Pinto immediately burst into flames. Of course, that happened in a rehearsal, not unlike your televised faux pas. Oh, by the way, you better have those burns checked. I'm not sure this eyebrow is going to grow back in. Maybe you could wear a monocle or a patch. A patch. Yeah, you could be known as that swashbuckling engineer that single-handedly destroyed the Tubo Encabulator. Well, enough of this. Feel like getting a drink? Smoky?